Panda, 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 panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.
I'm sure you guys have been grounded and your mom has tried to hide your console or your games, and then you probably found them because you're a stinker, and then she grounded you for an even longer period of time. But Fortnite, you cannot stop me from playing Fortnite, okay? Use code T5G in the item shop because those new skins are on fire. Somebody call the caps. There go the sirens. But in at number 5, we've got Kid Headbutt's Mom. Have you ever wondered what they classify as gaming addiction, or how they measured when you just enjoy games and it's become an addiction? Well, in January of 2018, like I said, the World Health Organization listed gaming addiction as a mental health condition, stating that any abnormal behavior should become evident over a year before it can be classed as addiction. In Britta's case, a mom from Sydney, Australia, this fit the bill all too well. In a TV interview, she says that it's been almost impossible to get him any formal education for the past 2 years, and that he refuses to leave the house more than once a week at the most. Apparently, whenever they try to discipline him or take Fortnite away, he would become extremely aggressive, lashing out and headbutting his mom, who claims to have been left concussed multiple times, even being left with no choice but to call the police on some occasions. The parents claim they've been to many different doctors who say they've never seen such a chronic case of gaming addiction. Having to live in this situation for over 2 years, you could easily see how the mom can compare her son's Fortnite addiction to other addictions like drugs. Many have said she needs to just force him to go to school, to do as he's told, but argues it's simply not that easy. He may be young, but if he's acting out physically, then it's not like they can just drag him to school and drop him in class full of other kids who could get hurt. As a result, Britta has had to leave her job and become a full-time parent. She set up Facebook groups to try and get support on the issue, and with the World Health Organization classifying gaming addiction as a mental health issue, she's also hoping to get some support from the government. In the meantime, Britta has reluctantly accepted the doctor's advice to medicate her son. Let's just hope things work out for the whole family. Number 4 is grounded for buying stuff on his PS4 using his mom's card. Where do they keep coming from? There's so many videos on the internet with kids spending money on their parents' credit card, and they just keep coming. Like, I get it, guys. We all want the latest new skin, using code T5G, of course. But for one, you don't just do that kind of thing. And for two, there's no way you're getting away with it. Every single purchase gets recorded. The only way they won't see it is if your family are loaded. But if they were, they'd probably give you the cash anyway. $10 skin, look at my 5 Ferraris. Then it's a couple years later, they're bankrupt because of the 5 million cosmetics their son bought on Fortnite. Okay, maybe I would have been overboard there, but the original point was, you're gonna get caught.
Have your PlayStation because you're buying games and I get emails about you buying games.
What? What?
Yes, don't tell me.
That's really talking.
When you come out your PlayStation today, you won't go back into. You're not going to be allowed to go back into it. I'm going to take over your ID and everything, and then you can log on.
You're going to ban me?
Yeah, because you're under 18. So I phoned them up and I said, look, if you're taking money from my account, they said no. Whoever's playing on the PlayStation is buying it. Okay? I'll let you take 30 minutes. After that's all you need to do.
What? The poor innocent little dude, you can hear how young this kid is and doesn't have a clue he was gonna get busted. To be fair though, I gotta give props to mom. At least she didn't go nuts at him. She actually explained the situation really well so he'd understand the situation. Then did the classic disappointed mom voice before actually giving him another 30 minutes before he had to get off. What a G. By the complete silence while he finishes the game, you can tell he most likely will not be doing that again. And in number 3, we've got grounded from Fortnite. As you're probably seeing, a lot of parents are trying everything they can to get their kids into something else other than Fortnite. You'll often hear about just playing outside or getting a new hobby, and to be honest, I did climb my fair amount of trees and hang out as a kid with the other locals, but technically that was before gaming became so popular. Please don't try to guess my age, but now, would you say it is a problem or just an evolution in our way of life as technology advances? It's funny how Fortnite seems to be in a world of its own now, even amongst other games. I can often remember my mom taking away my Xbox or Game Boy, but I never got grounded just from one game. That's a little bit peculiar.
What's up, guys? I can't play any Fortnite because I'm grounded. Here, one sec. I'm grounded from Fortnite, so I'm gonna play this. You know what? I give up. I give up. I give up. People, I can't do this anymore. I have to quit the stream. I can't.
As you can see, this kid is so used to Fortnite that after 13 minutes of trying to play a different game, he rage quits. It's definitely similar in the sense that I love to get into just one game at a time, but usually games will transition out. It's been almost 2 years and we're still on that Fortnite grind. Got any predictions on how long you think Fortnite's streak will last? Number 2 is kid caught sneaking the laptop downstairs during homework time. The one thing that does suck every now and then is having to do what you're told growing up. Sometimes it's for your own good and sometimes parents can be idiots too. Either way, it can be a drag. On the odd occasion though, you have the courage to try and outsmart your parents. One squad on Fortnite actually overheard the entire conversation from one of their randoms after the kid got caught doing just that. He'd previously been asked to stop playing and do his homework first, so what does he do? Like any mad lad, he just sneaks the laptop downstairs and carries on playing. I just don't think the game will last that long though.
Are you kidding me?
They're not randoms. They're not randoms.
Started to play again. Clean this place up. Everything. I want everything tip-top shape. Give me that
Alright,
computer.
just leave the match. I don't want to hear this. I mean,
Taking
I just
everything
don't.
away from you because I'm so sick
God.
of you guys staring at computers and doing absolutely nothing else. Ghost, you said you were gonna do Alex. You took your computer and you brought it down here to play Fortnite. He started up another freaking game. I have to constantly watch these two constantly like they're babies.
You're on the mic.
Get
Let me
up
talk to
there
you.
and get your work done.
You seriously went down there and got back on?
Jake, come here now.
You have a death wish?
I told Moses, I said you were done after before church.
Yeah, but Fortnite is life. You don't
You
understand.
want all this stuff taken from you again? No.
Yeah, what?
I want them. My cousin to leave so then we can get his loot. But now I'm gonna die.
Mom goes absolute savage mode, rips into him. Well, at least you think she's being brutal until the dad just lets rip. I don't think you're going to be playing Fortnite again anytime soon, bud. Honorable mention number 1 is kid found playing Fortnite in Spanish class. This one technically isn't a grounded situation, but the whole circumstance is definitely one of the funniest and worth an honorable mention. It's not something that happens often, and is one of those gold nugget moments you just have to hit the record button for. YouTuber Hams TK has squatted up with Jukebox TV and Twitch Frankie with the 4th random player's mics, starting to try to teach them Spanish.
Yeah, you gotta mute. Yeah, you gotta mute your mic, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ir en barco.
You
Go
fuck
on,
off.
push it, sir.
You fuck off.
Ir en barco.
¿Tú hablas español?
Sorry, I don't play the bongos. You want me to play the bongos?
El avión.
I can't play the bongos, sorry.
Cállate.
Pasaje de ida y
Ricky, you speak
vuelta.
Spanish?
Yeah.
This guy saying.
Pasaje de ida
¿Qué
y vuelta.
dices, güey? ¿Puedes quitar tu micrófono o no?
I'm gonna ban food in this class if you don't get.
Yeah.
How do you speak English all of a sudden?
He's playing on mobile. He's playing in class.
Exactly my point. My point. I'm banning food.
Homie's playing Fortnite in Spanish class, bro.
Yo, are you playing Fortnite in class, homie?
Estación de tren.
Not sure how this player is getting away with it for so long, as it goes on for some time. The teacher even tells the girl to close her book at one point, yet you've got Mr. Peter Rabbit over here somehow playing Fortnite right in the middle of it all, and no one's clocking on. I'm fairly sure he had to be using a laptop, so maybe it was in college where they allow him, and he was just sneaking in a game without her noticing, assuming he was writing or something. After a while, all you hear is the random saying sorry, and then he goes AFK. Looks like he got spotted in the end or was about to get caught and close the laptop, as shortly after he got disconnected. Free loot anybody? Honorable mention number 2, we got Mom writes a Dear John letter to Epic Games. So we're back to the gaming addiction issue again, and this time very concentrated on Mom, who has a few things to say to Epic Games. Yep, she made a full video on herself ranting about the game and uploaded it with the full expectation that they would see it, which, to be fair, after it was shared through videos like this, it's not surprising if they did see the video. She's asked that they call her so that they could talk about the problem. Now, I don't know about you, but I would never think that this would actually work, which most likely it didn't, but what's surprising is she even tried. Here's a small clip from the whole 2-minute rant.
Whoever created Fortnite, whoever you are out there, I need you to know what you're doing to parents across the globe, okay? Because your game has completely taken over and our children have become total addicts. This child is continuously coming to ask me for money to buy virtual products, virtual skins, virtual jackets, virtual dance moves, these things that are not tangible, that nobody's actually going to get. It's just some made up thing in a game. And then he says to me, well, Mom, there's only 13 hours left, or I'm not going to be able to buy this skin. I have to do it now. They're going to take it away. I won't be able to do it. It's a one-time only sale. I have to do it now. And I said, you need to stop. We are done. We are not having this conversation. And he looked at me and he says, Mom, Do you remember when we were in church last week and the man was asking for bread because he needed to be fed, and Jesus said, all you need to do is ask and you shall receive? He is trying to use Bible verses to get me to buy him Fortnite skins. He has lost his ever-loving mind. I would really like the people who created this Fortnite to call me, because we need to talk about what you need to do for us parents, because this game is driving us up a wall.
And honestly, I could understand if he had spent loads of money on the game already, but she makes it seem like he asks her every time for the money. If that's the case, she's in control of how much he spent, or not give out as much as she sees fit. But in number one, we've got, I'm not even gonna read the title, I'm not even gonna read the spot title. Now, please do let us know your thoughts on any of the videos we've shown you. Just remember to not be too mean. I'm sure there's a few of you watching who can empathize with some of these kids in these clips and some of the strict parenting. If your parents are more strict than these, then I wish you the best of luck, my friends. However, it's often the case that parents don't feel they're being as strict as you feel about the situation. For them, it's usually just a difference in opinion, but especially for this little boy, his entire world taken away from you.
Well, Leo didn't really realise. I had to tell him, you're not acting the way you've always acted. But this is different. They are screaming at the television. They are hiding. They're calling each other's names. They're hiding in bases.
So what is he? What do you want now then? How much time are you allowed now?
Well, I got it taken off me, and she's deleting it.
I think this is one of the classic parent doesn't know how to evolve case. Take specific note of how she described him when playing with his friends, screaming at the TV. They're hiding, they're calling out each other's names, they're hiding in basements. That to me sounds like kids being kids, but in a different environment. Technology is evolving with the word rapidly in our surroundings, and tools will change with it, but at the end of the day, the kid was just having fun. Sure, you do have to just find balance with Fortnite, just like you do all things, but this mom just completely takes it away and deletes it. She doesn't find a balance, she just removes it from the picture altogether. I can't agree with this one. Way too strict for me. But that's been our list of the top 5 kids grounded from Fortnite.